Commander is going to go down. Cyclops is almost up for Godde and actually scouted by Mac. Since when do people play matchmaker team games? Well, today we have one between, in the red it is ATOSTIC with jump bots, and in the yellow Mac 56 with shield bots, versus in the teal, the light blue, it is a difficult to pronounce name, as in I am not even going to try, with cloak bots. And of course Godde in the blue with tanks. This is going to be an interesting match because it's a Singularity rank sortie. Because of course we've got ATOSTIC and Godde. But the other two players, just looking at the rank, one of them seems to be quite new. Low level and low rank. And Mac 56, of course, a bit higher rank. But that's, well, balanced out with Godde, who is, of course, just going to 2v1, no issues, right? Well, maybe. Anyways, cloak and shield versus, like, pyro, like, jump and tanks. All pretty standard factories for this map, honestly. And actually, teal really good for now. I mean, expanding, trying to, like, get some scouting in, going quite well. Of course, it's also difficult to engage pyros with just glaives. I mean, it's a raider riot, difficult to deal with. And on this side, actually able to raid a little bit. Might be able to take down one max, but I don't think so. Slow down, and will die. There it goes. But still, I mean, they did scout the enemy base. They did a little bit of damage. Not much, but oh well. What has Godde done? Like, absolutely nothing, right? Let's take a look at value killed. Okay, actually Godde has done more. Never mind. They took down those, like, pyros in the back of the base and all that. Right. Anyways, bandit sneaking through. But should be cleaned up by the Kodachi shortly. Kodachi, of course, faster, I say. Yeah, there it goes. And cleans it up. Right. Kodachis and pyros, probably two strongest raiders, I think that's fair to say. Yeah, maybe. No, not really. Two very strong raiders, though. Of course, also both with fire, but the thing is, pyro doesn't care about afterburn. Though, of course, Kodachi doesn't have a lot of afterburn. Only a 2-second afterburn, but still. And pyro going down there. Kodachi does have a slightly better, like, regen. But only by 5 per second. After 10 seconds of, like, not doing anything. And a bit early, maybe. But going knights already. It's a pretty decent answer to Kodachis. As cloak bots. Not to Kodachis, but like to pyros. They're a bit expensive. Don't do a lot of DPS. Are not amazing. But for a relatively low level player, it might just be the best way to answer them. Just because, well, pyros are strong. And being able to stun them and just survive. I mean, it's 2500 HP. That takes a while for a pyro to kill. So as a defensive unit, knights actually do quite well against pyro. Expansion down south is also quite nice. Of course, undefended. So could, of course, have one pyro just move in there. Or even a couple of bandits. And everything over here goes down. But still, they've been doing quite well. Up north, that's a decent number of bandits. Not enough to take down that commander. I don't think so, at least. And once again, a pyro in the back of your base. Godde going with their standard emissary play. Alright, jumping over, but Reaver does manage to clean it up. Emissary doesn't have a lot of HP, but will survive. This emissary, however, is doing a lot worse. Oh well. Anyways. Decent forces for light blue. And Reaver, of course, also a pretty decent answer to Pyros. I mean, they should be the counter. As a Riot. A pure Riot should beat a, like, Raider Riot. Considering they are also, like, pretty much the same cost. Though I think with Micro, a Pyro is able to counter, like, Reaver. I'm pretty sure about that. Though it's not the easiest. Up north, Goddess Commander under fire a little bit. Level 2 Commander as well. With a high DPS weapon. But with this Lotus, it should survive. Down south though, Ogre with Kadachi support is probably able to take down that Commander. It's only a recon. Though, of course, this is an issue. Cloakbots are probably able to counter that. Though, ATOSTIC might just jump over and run fast. Going to be fighting them now. And oh well. All of the Pyros do go down. Over here. Oh. Commander is going to go down. There it goes. Actually think it went down to its own Pyro fire? Rather than the Ogre. The Ogre or the Kadachis. But oh well. Misery still trying its best against Raiders. With its AoE it's actually not that bad. Unless the Raiders are actually trying to dodge. Up north, once again, Mac is doing really well with those bandits. Moving through, should watch out for the Reaver though. Only loses one for now and is able to go past. Cyclops is almost up for a Godde and actually scouted by Mac. What's the answer? Not a whole lot of them yet. Are you going to prioritize some? Yes, there they come. Racketeers. A great answer to Cyclops, because if it's stunned, it won't damage you. Quite simple, right? Like, not stunned, disarmed, technically. Probably the easiest answer for shield bots against Cyclops. I mean, it's slow. You can stun it with Racketeer, because those are pretty good. I mean, 2500 damage. Like disarm damage. So, quite nice. Over here, couple of glaives and knights. Though the moderators should be able to one-shot the number of glaives they have right now. With the second ball coming in, they should be able to clean that up. Pyro will be countered by those Kadachis there. And Puppy is not able to do a whole lot yet. And there come those glaives. I mean, moderators are all on cooldown, so will now just be cleaned up. I say that. Currently, some of them are still alive. Off cooldown now. Heavily damaged, but not dead. Little bit bad targeting, maybe, from the glaives. But it's fine. If the knights are able to get in range, they might even be able to clean it up. Up north. Commander under fire by the Cyclops. That's a dead commander. And there it goes. Cyclops is able to just tank bust its way through here without issues. And of course, rogues are strong, are skirmishers. But they have to be very careful because they're also quite squishy. One of them is already down, second one too. And Cyclops, being a tank, is relatively fast. If you compare it to just a bot class movement. But there, hey, the Racketeers! Just 5 shots from the Racketeer and it's already stunned for a little bit. More Racketeer shots coming in and all of a sudden it is stunned. 3 seconds. 1 second because it stunned the commander. Doing quite well. Kadachis, are they cleaned up? Seems like they are at least not pushing through. Or like not pushing into the Racketeers all that much. And of course, because the Racketeer missile is also homing, and homing quite well, even these Kadachis can't easily get close. Of course, Cyclops is still an issue, but as long as you're able to stun it, it will be fine. It's, well, 2200 value, so if you stun it, it's worth it. Worthless. This side though, I think that's just going to be GG. I mean, so many pyros and even a couple of moderators in the back of your base. That's going to be very difficult to deal with, especially because your Cyclops is being stunned up in the front. And like, how do you deal with this? I mean, you do have a couple of cloak bots, but that's a dead little max. Caretakers could easily go down as well. Knight is countered by moderators, so all in all, not exactly the best. Second caretaker, third caretaker goes down. Knight will soon follow, there goes. And with just 1 or 2 glaives, it's almost impossible to counter like multiple moderators. Just because, yeah, they don't miss. Cyclops is going back, Commander is 2. Like, still a couple of pyros there. Cyclops not stunned anymore, so that's good. But no forces here, and, well, the alpha damage 900 for 2 of them is actually able to deal with, well, simple Kodachis, simple glaives, quite easily. Big force from ATOSTIC at that home base as well. And over here, well, Cyclops once again stunned, and it's GG. Honestly, the 2 low-level players held their own way better than I expected. And Mark with the Racketeer switch was actually completely the right choice.